What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about a special game. It is an iconic video game. This needs no introduction. I'm just going to tell you, it is Super Smash Bros. Melee for the GameCube. This game brings back so much childhood nostalgia and memories. This game to me was probably the funnest game I've ever had. You know, I can't remember any other video game experience that matches the level of this one. And I'll tell you guys a story on how I came about Super Smash Bros. Melee. First of all, I just want to say I never played the original. I never played the original Super Smash Bros. I really wasn't a big Nintendo fan. I did play the N64 and the original NES, but I never was big into Mario or anything like that. And I mean, I knew about Mario, but I really wasn't a fan. I played other games like Zelda, James Bond, WWF, WWE at the time, other games, Mortal Kombat, such. So I really didn't know too much about the GameCube when it came out. As a matter of fact, I had played the PlayStation 2 a lot more. I was big into PlayStation. I was a PlayStation 2 type of guy. Played that a lot. And my brother's birthday came up, and he's about 4 years younger than me. And it was his birthday, and my dad was like, yeah, I can get you one thing, and I can get you whatever you want. And my brother wanted another video game console. And of course, me being the older brother, I thought I had some influence on what he was going to pick for a console. First off, we decided we were going to get another video game console. Like, let's be real, we want another video game console to add to the collection because we were just video game aholics. And, you know, I told my brother, I said, hey, listen, when Dad takes you to Toys R Us, you're going to tell him you want an Xbox. Because at the time, I really wanted an Xbox because that's what looked like to me that was going to be on the up and up, the newest console type of thing, like the coolest console. The best way I can describe it is it looked like the coolest console coming up. And so I wanted to get an Xbox. I wanted to try it out. I seen its design. I seen just the way the controller was laid out. It looked different. It looked cool. It looked just very up on the rise, so to speak. It was going to be the next big thing, like Brock Lesnar. Next big thing. And so I told my brother, you're going to get an Xbox. And primarily I wanted to get that. And I try to use this as leverage in my argument for the Xbox over the GameCube. There was a new WWF game that came out, and it looked fantastic. It looked really good. It was unique. It was a little bit different compared to PlayStation. They obviously use a different game engine. They had an updated roster, I believe. And, you know, I want him to get an Xbox just for that and some of the other games that they had as exclusives. So we go to the store. We go to Toys R Us. And my brother was adamant about the GameCube. And we're in the store, and he tells my dad he wants the GameCube. And I pull him aside. I said, you need to tell me change your mind. You're gonna get an Xbox. You're gonna get an Xbox. The GameCube. Well, needless to say, he got his way. I could not persuade him enough for him to go back and say he wanted an Xbox. And so when my dad purchased the GameCube and he came home, I was livid. I was absolutely pissed off and upset because the WWF game that was for the Xbox, that was solely for the Xbox. That was not for PlayStation 2. So the only way we could play it was if we had an Xbox, and we didn't have an Xbox. We had a lame GameCube. And I remember going home, I'm like, we unbox it and we set it up. I'm looking at this thing, I'm like, this is stupid. I remember specifically telling him, this is the worst decision you've ever made in your life, this and that. I was making him feel so freaking bad. Like, I was just like bitching the whole time, like, dude, this is stupid. Look at this console. It's built like a freaking ice cube. Look at it. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's purple. Whatever color it was at the time. I'm like, it's laid out dumb. This is just just a lame console in general. And I'm telling him, like, look at the controller. Look how weird and funky it looks like. This is stupid. Look how it's laid out. It's weird. It's awkward. Blah, 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 blah. And, we put in the one game that he ended up picking to go with the console was Super Smash Bros. Melee. And I remember popping it in, and we were playing it. And I just remember, time going by so quick. Several hours going by, and I didn't even notice. I look at the time, I'm like, wow, it's time to go to bed. I feel like we just started playing, and I was so hooked with the game, with the gameplay, all the characters I recognized through all the Nintendo games, and Pokémon was in there, and I was like, this is like a super game. You bring all these characters together. The gameplay was amazing. The missions, the challenges, the mini games were all just absolutely fun to play. And even going back and watching gameplay footage, and just the music, the different theme songs, and the levels, the maps that we got to play on was it just brings back so much memories. It brings back so many memories, it's unbelievable. I can't describe the nostalgia. And I remember telling my brother the first night that we played it, I looked over at him, I said, I take it back, I apologize. This is an amazing game. This is an amazing console. And this was the best decision you made. Like, I take everything back. You knew what you were doing. This is a great game. Thank you for not listening to me. This is awesome. This is great. And I remember coming home every single day after school, looking forward to being able to sit down, play this game with my brother. And we would come home from school, play the game, take a break to eat dinner, come back upstairs, play it again, and we wouldn't stop until it was bedtime. And it was like that for months, and I can't say enough about that game. That game practically made my childhood in itself. When I look back, it is one of the great highlights of my childhood and my video game experiences, for sure. Super Smash Bros. Melee is awesome. It is great. So much fun. And I hope it brought that much fun to you if you did play it. And those are my thoughts. I can't explain enough how much just happiness puts in my brain every time I see that game or gameplay, and all the good memories sitting in front of the TV playing that game for hours. Until next time, keep gaming.